are mermaids in Florida? Usually when I tell stories about mermaid encounters, they're usually from the Caribbean or Africa. But today I got a story submission from somebody claiming to have had a mermaid encounter in the United States, more specifically Florida. I am back with another spooky story. So we're gonna call the person who submitted this story Layla. Layla said that most people think she imagined everything. However, she says she knows what she saw. So this allegedly happened near Crystal River last summer. Layla had just lost her mom. Everyone kept telling her to go somewhere peaceful, so she decided to take a drive out to the springs late afternoon. She didn't bring anyone with her. She didn't want the company. She wanted quiet and something to numb the aching in her heart. When she got there, the water looked perfect, blue, clear, almost unreal, and the water itself looked very inviting. So she eased in very slowly. At first, everything was normal. There were regular fish in the water swimming around. Sunlight was reflecting off of the water. But Layla says the second she floated away from the steps, the water kind of changed. Not literally, but she could feel a change in the water. Layla says that's the best way she can explain it. So Layla's in the water, she's just swimming around, and she's emotional, she's crying. So she decides to put her head underwater. She says as she's underwater, tears is still falling down her face. When suddenly she starts feeling this vibration. She can't really hear that well under the water. And Layla says unlike other people's encounters, this creature wasn't singing. It was humming. It almost sounded like a hertz frequency. She said that it made her teeth ache and her legs just stopped moving. And she remembers thinking in that moment, this is strange. But the panic hadn't set in yet. Then Layla looks down and directly below her was a creature. The creature wasn't even swimming. It was just there. And Layla says that her brain took a mental screenshot of this creature because she remembers her hair was really black and long. It kind of moved in the water. Her skin was really pale, but like not sickly or anything, just really, really pale, like she's never touched sunlight before. It was something about this creature's eyes. It's as though this creature wasn't looking at her, but rather through her. She says like her body also didn't make sense. This creature was humongous and it was half fish, half woman. And Layla said, she could have been beautiful. It's like she stared at the creature for too long. Well, at this point, Layla feels like she's in a trance. She's in a trance, but it's like she can't help it, but she's not panicking. Layla says, well, 1 second the creature was underneath her, and the next second the creature was right in her face. She says the creature is now in her face humming. The creature reaches over and it had really long fingers and nails. Touched Layla's forehead. Layla said suddenly she wasn't in the water anymore. She was 12 again, standing in a hallway watching nurses close a curtain. Then she was 20, calling her mom's phone just for it to go to voicemail. She experienced every version of herself that ever begged to not be abandoned. Then suddenly she starts feeling this pressure in her chest. And before she knew it, Layla was back in the water. The creature then presses her hands against Layla's chest, which would be the pain that she experienced that snapped her back into the water. Layla realized that this creature wasn't attacking her. He was actually offering her somewhere to put her grief. The creature opens her mouth. She says inside